Hello friends, continuing with the series of phase 1 or screening test, today we are going to see PPNDT or Picture Perception and Discussion Test. Last video we saw OIR and its importance. Now let us see how we should approach the PPNDT test. Many candidates come to me for personal interviews as well as my individual sessions, and they go to SSB with lot of josh and passion, but unfortunately many candidates, more than 70% candidates get screened out, so they do not even get an opportunity to appear for rest of the test. And one major reason is PPNDT. In picture perception and discussion test, you are shown a hazy picture. So suppose we see this picture which is on the screen. So this picture is shown and you are asked to write a story on it. But before writing a story, you are given a sheet of paper on which you have one rectangular block which is around 1 inch by 1.5 inch on the left side of the paper, in which you have to mark the characters. So one mistake what candidates do is, now where do you put that mark? Generally candidates try to put them on their heart, on the chest, on the stomach or wherever. But the general practice, the best practice would be to identify the nose and put the mark on the nose. So once you mark the characters, what you have to do is you have to circle the first character that you observe. It has no relevance, but generally what you observe first is the most important character in the picture. So once you do the marking, you have to write their approximate age, their gender and their mood. So if their gender is male or female, you can write male or M or F. If the mood you feel is positive, negative or neutral, you have to put a positive sign, a negative sign or N. Okay. Once you have identified the characters, then you have to write a story around it. To see the picture, you are given 30 seconds, and after 30 seconds you are given 1 minute to write, to mark the characters, write their age, mood and sex, and later on write the description of the story. Description of the story is not describing what you see there. Description of the story means what is the title of the story or what you want to express in that story. After this, you are given 4 minutes to write a story. Every story that you write must contain 3 parts. The first part is what led to that particular situation. This should be approximately 2 to 3 lines, not more than that. You should come to the picture and say what is happening there. And in the end, you have to write what is the likely conclusion. So likely outcome or conclusion, again take around 2-3 lines, not more than that. And the matter of this story should be around 8 to 10 lines, depending on what story you are writing and how fast you can write. Do not extend it too long so that you don't get enough time to complete the story. And let me tell you, even if you do not complete the story, don't get too worked up, because you would get an opportunity to complete it during the narration. Writing the story is very important. I have seen many people getting advice that you can change the story in between. I would strongly advise against that, because once you have written the story, you have already made your frame of mind. Just by watching other candidates and seeing that they are making some story, you need not change your story. Stick to your story and narrate it as well as possible. Now, what kind of story you should write? First of all, perceive the picture correctly. When perception goes wrong, the entire concept of the story itself will go wrong. For example, there was a picture shown of one fire happening, and around the fire 3 people are sitting. Simple story, fire is there, 3 people. Now, yes, as I said in last video, people want to add socially desirable answer. So again, Suresh is a very sincere hardworking boy, goes to the city, becomes an IAS officer, comes to his village in Haryana, sees stubble burning. Now why stubble burning? Because there is a fire. Okay, he sees there, and once he comes there, he is the DM, now he has to do something, he writes a letter to the Prime Minister that stubble is being burned here. Now Prime Minister will write to his Home Minister to take action, and Home Minister with his police force go there, stop that stubble burning. This DM, who has become a DM, has to write a letter to PM. Is this really logical? Whenever you make a story, ensure that your story, though it is relevant to the picture, that is most important. Okay, it should be relevant to the picture and it should have some logic in it. What you will do in case you are at that place or in that position of the character of whom you are talking about. Once you make this story, you are going and you are sitting in a semicircle where there are three assessors assessing what you are doing in that particular group. You have one interviewing officer, one GTO and the psychologist. Now the GTO would be conducting the PP&DT, where he will give a briefing and tell you how you are supposed to narrate the story as well as do the discussion. Let me tell you, you have to be extremely confident in narration. English again is not as important as you are able to convey your thoughts. You may use few Hindi words, but do not get into full Hindi. Okay, and when the narration starts, it will start from the first person and then it will continue and end with the last person. Once the last person finishes his narration, then you are supposed to do a discussion and come to a consensus story. And also you have to nominate one of the group members to narrate that story. Though no additional marks are there for the person who will narrate, but your contribution in the group matters a lot. More than not, a person who is not participating in the group gets screened out. You must understand that. You should be part of that group. Narrate properly, narrate well, narrate in how much ever English you know, and then get into the discussion. Discussion does not mean you are sitting out of the group waiting for an opportunity to give your point. Discussion means you are in that group. There will be times, as I said earlier, that a very, very bad story is being discussed because most of the people have seen in that fashion. Now, if you try to push your story, though yes, you have a very genuine, logical story, try to make whatever story that group or you are making as a group as much better as possible. And once you have a group story, once the group decides that who should narrate, if you get an opportunity, very well, narrate the story of that group, not your individual story. Mind that. Okay, once you complete the narration, your group discussion, and in the end, the group consensus story is narrated by the person nominated by the group, the entire process comes to an end and you are asked. Remember before all this that you are not allowed to look at the paper on which you have written the story. You are supposed to fold it, keep it in the side, and when you are narrating to the entire group without looking at the story. Point to keep in mind is, when you are narrating, look at the group. Be comfortable talking to the group. Do not be aware that there are three assessors and keep looking at them in between. It will give not a very good impression. Similarly, when somebody else is narrating, do not start thinking about your story and recollect what should I write, look here and there. No. Look at the person who is narrating. Be interested in his story. Understand what he is trying to convey. Similarly, when you are doing, expect that everybody else should be listening to you. You should say in that fashion. The entire process is over. You are asked to keep the paper down and you are asked to leave one by one. Once you are out, the assessors, they will sit, they will have a mini conference there. The three assessors, they will have your OIR. The psychologist, we will have your OIR, and based on your OIR and the ranking or the decision given by all the 3 assessors is announced. Depending on your OIR, it will be decided that how many doubtful, no or yes you are getting. In our first video on phase 1 screening test, I had covered what this means. So if you are getting more number of Y or yes, it means you get recommended to go to the next stage. Similarly, if your OIR is 1 and you get even D, then you may get an opportunity to get recommended. But if your OIR is say 5 and you are not getting Y by all 3, you would not get it. So perform well in your OIR and also in your PPN DT. This is the key to get recommended, okay, for the next phase. Do keep watching the various videos that we have put on the channel. Also click on the link in the description to watch more, and if possible join the interview session as well as personal interview with me, or you can also register for privileged batch of AFO SOP where Lieutenant Colonel Ganesh Babu conducts guidance for SSB, and I also take interview session as well as personal interview in that batch. Thank you. Jai Hind.